Hello and welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about something that affects many people, but is often pretty hard to talk about: symptoms related to past traumatic experiences. Another phrase sometimes used to describe this is post-traumatic stress. If you've experienced a traumatic event, you might be familiar with feelings of distress, fear, or avoidance that can linger long after the event has passed. In this video, I'll discuss the impact of traumatic experiences and symptoms of post-traumatic stress, and how evidence-based treatments through CBT, like cognitive processing therapy, or CPT, and prolonged exposure, or PE, therapies can help you heal and move forward. Post-traumatic stress is a mental health condition that can sometimes develop after someone has witnessed or experienced a life-threatening or traumatic event. It's important to understand that experiencing symptoms after a traumatic event is not a sign of weakness. It's a natural response to trauma, which often resolves on its own. When it doesn't, however, it can significantly affect the way that you live your life. The symptoms associated with past traumatic experiences can often be divided into four main categories. First, we look at intrusive thoughts. These can include flashbacks, intrusive memories or nightmares where you feel like you're reliving the traumatic event. Next is avoidance. After experiencing trauma, people with post-traumatic stress symptoms might avoid situations, places, or even people that remind them of the event. This can also extend to avoiding feelings or thoughts related to the trauma. You might be experiencing negative changes in mood and thoughts. This can look like feeling emotionally numb, disconnected from others, or having trouble trusting people. It can also include feelings of guilt, shame, or hopelessness. You may notice changes in hyperarousal. This is a heightened state of alertness that includes symptoms like being easily startled, irritability, difficulty sleeping, and trouble concentrating. These symptoms can make it feel impossible to move forward, and they can significantly impact your relationships, work, and overall quality of life. If this sounds familiar to you, please know that recovery and healing is possible. One of the most effective treatments for symptoms of post-traumatic stress is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, which focuses on changing the unhelpful thoughts and behaviors that are maintaining the symptoms of post-traumatic stress. Two specific types of CBT that are backed by strong evidence for treating symptoms associated with past trauma are cognitive processing therapy, or CPT, and prolonged exposure therapy, or PE. Let's talk about how these therapies can help. Cognitive processing therapy, or CPT, is a structured, evidence-based treatment that helps individuals understand how their thoughts about the trauma affect their feelings and behaviors. One of the key aspects of CPT is learning how to identify and challenge the distorted thoughts that often arise after trauma. For example, someone might think, "I'm unsafe in the world," or "I am to blame for what happened." These thoughts often keep the person stuck in the trauma, and CPT works to address them. In CPT, we focus on helping you process the trauma, understand the impact on your beliefs, and gradually change those unhelpful beliefs. Over time, this helps reduce emotional distress and improves your ability to cope with reminders of the trauma. Another highly effective CBT treatment for symptoms related to past trauma is prolonged exposure, or PE therapy. PE focuses on helping individuals gradually confront the situations, places, and memories they've been avoiding due to the trauma-related fear. When we avoid reminders of the trauma, it then reinforces the belief that those things are dangerous, which increases anxiety and fear. In PE therapy, we use a technique called exposure, which involves gradually and safely confronting those fear-inducing situations or memories. The key is to start small and work your way up at a pace that feels manageable for you. This process helps reduce the anxiety that comes with trauma-related triggers and teaches you that you can handle those situations without becoming overwhelmed. Both CPT and PE therapy aim to help you process the trauma and reduce the power it has over your life. They also teach you practical skills for managing anxiety and emotions related to post-traumatic stress, helping you regain a sense of control, safety, and well-being. What makes these therapies so effective is their focus on creating new, more balanced ways of thinking and responding to trauma-related cues. The goal isn't to forget what happened, but to make sense of the event in a way that allows you to live a fuller, healthier life. With time, support, and the tools provided by CBT therapies like CPT and PE, it is possible to heal and move forward. Trauma can be incredibly difficult to cope with, but therapy offers a path to recovery. You don't have to live with the pain of the trauma forever. The strategies and techniques learned through these therapies can help you regain control, rebuild your life, and create and find peace again. If you're struggling with symptoms related to a traumatic experience, I encourage you to reach out for help. You don't have to face it alone. CPT and PE therapy have helped many individuals heal from trauma, and they can help you too. Here at Ontario Structured Psychotherapy Central North, we offer government-funded, structured CBT in both self-guided and therapist-led formats. Make a self-referral on our website at www.therapyontario.ca.